What's up, YouTube? Knight's Edge here again. Got a little different kind of video for you today. This is like an overview compilation, whatever you want to call it, video of some Shooziz knives. I purchased one of these. First time I saw Shooziz was on who is Edge Mindset. Saw on his channel. He had that big cleaver, which I actually have here today. I bought one of those, really liked it, and contacted them, asked them if they would be willing to send me some knives to show on the channel, because I wanted to check out some of their knives, and plus could use them for giveaways too. And they were nice enough to send a few along. They've actually sent quite a few of them along, so a few different models. So I figured I would do kind of like an overview. The link is below if you guys want to check any of these out. Shooziz Knives website. It's not an affiliate link. I'm not trying to sling these things. I'm just going to go over the what each one of them's kind of specs are, and kind of my thoughts on each one individually, kind of in like a rapid fire segment. So should kind of limit the video hopefully to about 15 or maybe 20 minutes at the most, if you guys want to kind of skip around to the different ones. Anyway, this is the first one, and also the smallest one, I believe. This is the Shooziz Han 309, and they all kind of have names like that. I actually have a printout right over here on a paper that I'm referring to remember the model names of each one of these. They don't really have especially memorable names. A couple of them kind of are a little different, but they're all kind of number letter names. But anyway, this is the Shooziz Han 309. This one, you got an overall length of tip of the blade into the handle sitting right at about 6 3/8, I would say. Overall blade length on the knife is 2 7/8, and your cutting edge on it is 2 5/8. So kind of on the smaller side. Size comparisons, this is a regular CJRB Pyrite. This is a Civivi Chevalier, whatever. So that kind of, I'm messing up already. That'll kind of give you an idea of size comparisons there. Put those back to the side. So this one, I'm probably going in order from my least favorite to most favorite. This one's probably my least favorite, the ones they sent. Still not too bad. This is D2 steel, so budget steel. Not a bad steel at all. I don't think it's like by any means the worst steel, but could be better as far as the steel goes on this one. This one is a flipper only, so you got that flipper there. If you light switch it, most of the time works pretty good. Didn't oil it or anything like that. So the flipper tab actually, if you light switch it, works pretty good. Now if you just push button it, it will do that. It'll fail pretty much every time, so you kind of got to light switch it out. Wish the action was a little better on this one. I don't mind wire pocket clips, so that's all right. It's got a back spacer in it, steel liners, internal milling, which is a good thing. Jimping, if you hold it back here, you can, well, I have average size hands, I guess. I can still get a 4-finger grip on it. If I choke up on it, got a little bit of jimping kind of right there on the top too, right? So you can still get a pretty decent grip, choked all the way up on it. So overall, not too bad of a little knife for the price, especially this one is 28 bucks. There you go, there it fails again, see? So you got to kind of, that's one improvement I wish they would do on this one, is the action. The bearings are a little grindy. I don't know if you probably can't even hear them in the, but yeah, if you don't light switch this thing or give it a little bit of wrist, it'll every time. So this one, not exactly my favorite one, so it's kind of failing more and more. Maybe I'm just flipping it wrong more and more. Overall though, for a $28 knife, not too bad. Kind of a good little small, maybe even almost 5th pocket carry. So that is the Shooziz Han 309. I guess I can put them up here if I got room as I go along. Got 5 more to go. This one, let me turn the page here. Hopefully not taking too long on this. This one is the Han 307. This one's pretty neat. It's a little cleaver. This is micarta on the handle and kind of like a rose gold, kind of maybe tan PVD blade. 14C28L on the blade steel. So in my mind, a little bit better of a blade steel. Not quite as edge retentive as D2, but a little more corrosive resistant, and still has some pretty decent edge retention, pin in the heat treat. And that goes for all of these, right? Because I have not cut test any of these. I'm just going over kind of what the design is like, and kind of my observations, pros and cons on each one. So it is really thin. That's one thing I noticed on this one. Let me get the put that down. Let me get the calibers here. It's one thing I wanted to show on this one. It's pretty thin, not like credit card thin or anything, but still pretty. Handle thickness on this is sitting at 425 thousandths, and your blade stock thickness, you are sitting at 110 thousandths. So blade stock thickness isn't really super duper thin, but the handle thickness is pretty thin on this one. It's a thin handled knife, kind of square bodied shape. Overall measurements on this one, you are going tip of the blade into the handle 6 1/4. So this one's actually a little shorter than the other one, right? Overall blade length, you're looking at 2 7/8. You include the choil, 2 1/4 for your sharpened edge. Pretty neat look on it. I like the little cleaver. It's a liner lock. Reverse flick on it is pretty good. I like to reverse flick. This one probably is my preferred method. Flipping action, better, much better than the other one, than the Han 309. I think you can actually, that's, I don't know if you can even tell from the video, but this is fairly effortless compared to flipping the other one for sure. Very, very, very much better action on this one. I do like the single-sided captive pivot. Flat head right there, you can use to take it apart. Let's see, I'm thinking T6 on the handle scales, but let me verify that, or on the hardware. No, what am I thinking? That's Phillips. Yeah, it's Phillips all the way around, right? So pretty neat. You have Phillips head there, Phillips for the pocket clip. So flathead and Phillips, you can take this thing apart. And they actually sent me 2 of these, and one of them I gave to my fiance. She's a lefty, so took the clip, swapped it over to the other side. Works just fine for her. She likes it a lot. You can kind of get a full 4-finger grip on it if your hand's the same size as mine. You're right there at it. But choked up, you can definitely do that. Finger choil is big enough to kind of choke up on it pretty good. If you're choked back right behind that flipper tab, you got some really large jimping right there. Overall, pretty decent little knife. This one runs at $49.99. And let me see if I can reverse flick. I like the reverse flick on it. And again, you got the blade steel. Han 307 on that one, little cleaver right there. I think that one's a pretty neat look on that one, I think. All right, next one up, this guy right here. Turn the page, trying to make sure I get all these model names right. This one is the KILA, K-I-L-A. This particular variant is RGBS. So anyway, pretty neat. Look at that. Have a radiant milling wheel design on the pivot right there. That's hard plastic on that, I think. Flipping action on this one, really easy. I think this one runs $46.99 for the price on this one. Can I reverse flick? I think it's a, yeah, can't really reverse flick it. No fuller, no stud or nothing there. Jimping right there a little bit, and that flicks pretty easy on that one. Pretty comfortable in the hand. You can choke up pretty good on it. This one is a little bit larger than the other ones. They all come really oiled. I actually didn't oil any of these. There's the model again. KILA DC53 is the steel, which majority of these, well, a couple more, this one and another one is DC53, and from what I gather, it's kind of like a souped up D2, not quite like a powder metallurgy or anything, but an acceptable alternative to D2 from what I've read on it anyway. If anyone has cut tested with DC53, I'd love to know the results. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any experience with it. This one's a little bit more unique of a look to it. It's got the back spacer with the holes in it there, which I think is pretty neat. This one is only mountable right-handed tip up carry, so you gotta be a righty only for this one. Kind of got the little swoop down right there. If you're choked back, it's pretty comfortable, I think. Pretty comfortable in hand. Choked up, you got plenty of room right there to choke all the way up and get right in close on that blade right there. No jimping up here. Maybe they could have added a little bit there for a little bit more comfort, but it's not too bad right there. I don't really feel like a hot spot or anything like that. This is a liner lock again. I think, as a matter of fact, yeah, all these are pretty much liner locks. So yeah, flipping action, pretty good on this one. And you're getting kind of into the better action as we go on these, right? There's no blade play. I don't have any blade play in it. Left, down, up, left, right, up, down, no blade play. Lock up, pretty good, pretty solid. And you can kind of shake it shut. So the action on this one's not bad. Pretty neat look on this one. Again, DC53, this one's the KILA. Put this one over here. Might have to start actually putting them up here. That one is called the Shooziz knives, KILA, K-I-L-A. All right, $46.99 on that one. So not too bad, I think, for the price on that one. All right, next up. This one, this is a neat one. All right, let me turn the page on this one. Han 308 is the name of this one. This is like a karambit style. Pretty neat, right? Weird looking guy. A lot of things they could have done different on this one. I actually did a full review on this one, so I'm not going to go over it too much. But 14C 28M blade steel on this one. You got the model number down there, Han 308, and Shooziz right there. Single-sided captive pivot. Lock up pretty good. Flipping action pretty good. Can't really reverse flick it. I don't think, unless you push in and out somehow, but yeah, the flipping action's pretty good on that one. Size comparisons, which I forgot to do with the other two, that is the CJRB Pyrite, and again, that is your Civivi Chevalier. So that one more what I would say is like a full-size knife. It's just kind of an oddball blade shape on that one with that karambit, and this actually comes in pretty handy. I know it's kind of gimmicky. Karambits have been marketed, in my opinion anyway, as gimmicky, with like the whole self-defense thing and stuff, and they do work for that, I'm sure. But as far as a more likely encounter would be like with an Amazon box or a you know, bag of pool shock or feed or some kind of bag that needs open. This karambit thing, this thing works really good. Kind of draws material in whenever you pierce and hook and pull it. Works really good, I think. I really like it, and it's really comfortable. The jimping right there, again, there's no jimping up here. That maybe could have helped if you kind of, you know, choke up or whatever. But even though it looks really weird, it's a very comfortable knife and a pretty neat one in my opinion. All right, two more. This is the, flip the page over. This is the, I wish I could remember these, but I knew I was going to get one or two wrong, at least if I didn't have a printout on it. This is the XUN123, Zoom 123. These are, let's see, this is $65.99, so a little bit more expensive than that one. That one, this one's pretty neat, a little bit cheaper. This one's a little more expensive, but this one is got a few more things going on as far as the aesthetics department. You got G10 there, steel bolsters, I think, as far as I can tell. Let me get the let's see, do I have a magnet around here? Yes, I do. I'll grab the magnet real quick. I think that's steel. Yeah, that's either steel on the outside or it's magnetizing to the steel frame on the inside. But yeah, that's a steel. Really nice job, I think they did with this. This is one of my favorites of their lineup. You got left or right-handed mountable, nice comfortable clip. All the clips on these, in my experience with them, have been really comfortable, from even the little one that I don't really care for too much to this one. The clips are all pretty comfortable. This one's got a lot of neat little details. So full G10 back spacer, nice little neat pattern on this purple G10. They do, all of these come in different color variants and stuff. If you don't like the color, you can get a different color. A little fuller, you can actually use the fuller to reverse flick off of if you get in there just right. It's not really, I don't think, necessarily designed for that, but you can reverse flick off of it. Jimping right there is really comfortable. Got a flat right here. Really nice one, man. This one's super comfortable. Nice little cutter, and of course front flipping, you can index it really easy there. 14C 28N on the blade steel on this one, I believe, right? Get up close right there. Yeah, the Zoom 123 14C 28N on the blade steel. Pretty decent blade steel, especially for, this is $65.99. Again, nice grind on the blade, nice finish. Just all the way around, a pretty solid knife, man. This one could is up there in the running, I think, with some Civivis and you know, some CJRBs and Vosteeds and Migarons and stuff like that. Definitely a pretty neat knife. The only issue that I have with this one, I'll show you this right now. Again, I'm not trying to sell these things, I'm just trying to show them. So I'm definitely going to go over the, where's my scale at? I'm going to go over the cons for sure. I have to turn it sideways for you guys to see. Or maybe I could just move these out of the way. Let's see here. Is that in the camera view? Yes, it is. All right, this is the con that I see on it, right? Ready for it? 6.85 ounces. Pretty heavy, I think. Definitely above the ounce and inch ratio with that 6.85 ounces for sure. It's pretty heavy. Now it's carryable, you know. 6.85 ounce knife, pocket knife, in my opinion, that's not anything crazy or nuts or uncarryable. You know, but if I am, you know, walking in some gym shorts or something like that, dress pants or gym shorts, probably wouldn't really want to carry this one as much just because it's heavier. All the rest of them on the table are lighter except for the one that I'm showing next. But it makes sense on the one that I'm showing next. On this one, it doesn't. You kind of got normal blade stock there. Nice slicey grind on it. A lot of neat little touches on this one. The lock bar, there's little kind of jimping right there on the lock bar. Perfect access to the lock bar. Very easy deployment in the action. I mean, there's no blade play on it, but the action it's crazy. I think it's crazy good for 65 bucks. That's great action to me. Overall, an awesome knife, just a little on the heavier side. So if you're digging this one, if you're kind of thinking about getting that one, just remember it's a little on the heavier side. Nowhere nearly as heavy as this one. This is the Shooziz Han 317. Yeah, 317. This is the first one that I got. These run at 98 bucks. This is the most expensive one on the table. Super thick blade stock on this one. This one, the expense I get, is the same blade steel as that one right there, DC 53. If I can find it. Yeah, DC 53, Han 317. So same blade steel as that one, kind of like a souped up D2, and I think it probably makes more sense maybe on this one. This one's kind of like a chopper, I guess. This is a full, I mean, I can't even hold it and still have everything in camera view, right? Just to give you an idea on the size of it. Let me move these, I'll move these out of the way, kind of do some comparisons with that's a CJRB pyrite. That's a regular pyrite, not the mini, not the large, regular, right? So that's a pretty good size knife right there, I would say, compared to the pyrite. But whenever you take it and put the pyrite up next to that one, pretty large, pretty large, pretty good size knife. That's a Civivi Chevalier compared to it. So yeah, I thought about doing this one, having its own video. Still might do that one day, but it is a Shooziz knife, so I wanted to put it in the compilation. So overall, that one is, I think it's pretty neat. Now, I don't carry this one hardly ever. Maybe if I'm doing some yard work where I just don't care and I'm, you know, got something I'm potentially doing a lot of chopping on a board or something like that, maybe. It is a mini cleaver. Let me get the calibers out here, show you guys. The calibers on, zero them out. All right, so blade stock thickness on this one, you are looking at 290 thousandths. This one was actually on my overbuilt knives video. 290 thousandths, 287 thousandths. So yeah, and handle thickness on this one, yeah, 900 thousandths. So just under an inch, 10 thousandths under an inch. And by comparison, you can take the one that's a little thinner, right? The cleaver that's a little thinner, and that is it up next to that one, right? So yeah, definitely a thinner one. Keep hitting the camera, guys, sorry about that. Definitely a thinner one on this one. So yeah, other than that, other than the heaviness of it and the thickness of it, this one's pretty neat, pretty comfortable in hand. Kind of got like almost like a finger guard with that flipper. It does come with a screw. You can kind of screw in right there to secure it a little more, make it kind of become more like a fixed blade. So it is a liner lock. The lockup is about 50, a little under 50% there. Pretty good detent on it, pretty strong detent on it. But once you clear that detent, the weight of that blade, and you can hear it close, right? Hopefully the fan's not too loud in here, but whenever you close this thing, yeah, you can hear that close. No blade play on it, left, right. You can kind of middle finger flick it off that hole, give it a little wrist. You know, that works pretty good. I can't quite reverse flick it off the thumb studs, but I can do it off of that hole in the end there. Just a really overbuilt, beefy, wicked looking knife. Comfortable G10, nice backspacer. Actually does have some milling for weight reduction, not that that helps any. It is only right hand carry on this one, but overall I think that's a pretty cool one. So that is the Shooziz knives 307, and let me get the rest of them out here, kind of wrap up the video. I really appreciate you guys watching. Thank you to Shooziz Knives for sending these along. They've been really friendly to talk to. Really nice of them to send me all but this one they've actually sent me for free. So I think that's pretty cool, and all these end up getting given away to people, except for that one, and most of them will be in giveaways, pass around and stuff like that. So really nice of them to help the channel out, help the community out, and you know, I know they're getting their name out there. They're not as popular as CJRB or Civivi, I don't think, but pretty cool of them to kind of help a small content creator out. And so I just wanted to show a compilation of them. Again, not affiliated with them at all. I don't care if you buy them or not. You know, you can, me personally, the ones that I think are the most worth buying would be this one for the overbuilt factor. This one just because it's a neat karambit, but it also comes in really handy, surprisingly handy, opening boxes and packages and stuff like that. And this one right here, I think this one's pretty cool and very well done for a budget knife. This one has a lot of little touches. That one might still get its own video. So yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this didn't go too long, and check out Shooziz Knives. I'll be linked below if you're interested. If not, it's fine too. And I will see you guys on the next one.